I'd like to say, first of all, that it is extraordinary that President Biden talked about what happened in Tulsa. To my memory, he is the first American president to actually admit that the destruction of a Black community happened, that it was wrong, and that there were governmental officials who were involved in that massacre. That is an unprecedented admission, and I think it's really important that he did so. But you're right. Reparations is a conversation that has been happening, especially in the Black community, probably from the moment that the first Black person was forced to come to this state, to this country, and to labor without compensation. My co-author William Darity and I'll just say that the enslaved people were the first abolitionists. They were always trying to find ways to get compensated for their labor, but also to free themselves from enslavement. So early on, you had people like Callie House, who herself had been enslaved, who was seeking initially pensions for the Union officers, the Union soldiers who had been Black people, men and women. And she then thought, well, slavery is something that has effects that people are still experiencing, and the federal government should pay for that. And so she created an organization that ultimately had over 300,000 paid members who were interested in, understanding how the federal government might provide repair to them for their and their ancestors' years of being enslaved. You had people like Queen Mother Audley Moore, who petitioned the United Nations, in the back half of the 20th century, and she focused on, as did Callie House, Black American descendants of U.S. slavery as the eligible recipients for reparations. Callie House and Audley Moore, sort of kind of a direct linkage, those two individuals. You had people like Robert Johnson, who was a proponent of the Black Manifesto, who was targeting communities of faith as the potential, the potential sources of a reparations super fund. And he actually did have some success. It was very minimal. I think he was asking $500 million and received maybe 1% of that, which actually did go to help create a Black think tank that created some of the first data that we have on the destruction of Black communities at the hands of these white mobsters.